Hello Aries, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morkie, and we are here with your reading for the next 10 days. We're going to pull a card for your overall energy today, then we'll look at your specific energy, then we'll look at the energy of the person or the situation connected to you, and then we'll see how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Aries collective. Do keep in mind these are general readings, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node for additional context and texture. And then also, if you'd like to connect more one-on-one or do a personal reading, I have links in the description below. I'm here on the channel live every Friday at 10 a.m. for Frequency Fridays. It's a collective hangout where I review the energy that's going on and do some collective readings. And then every other Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time, I do mini readings for people, so you can come on live, ask a question, and get a little mini reading. It's a lot of fun. We have a great community going on there. And the only Sunday I won't be there is Super Bowl Sunday. I will be doing it Monday instead, so keep that in mind. Okay, Aries, you got number 7, mentalizing emotional impressions. Ooh, how interesting. I love this empath oracle. It is very abstract. Mentalizing emotional impressions. So you're really starting to look at quite deeply how your emotions inform you right now, and you are actually connecting that in with thought patterns. Very advanced thing to do, right? We are supposed to be open to picking up how our emotions influence us and putting together what beliefs and thoughts have come through certain emotional energies, right? And I like that. Let's see how this relates to what you got going on here. On your side, you get the Ace of Wands. There you are, showing up, doing it, doing the things you like to do, standing out. The Nine of Swords, a little bit of stress, confusion, sleepless nights, and the Four of Wands, stability in the home place, stability in how you maybe feel about things. Very interesting. We're going to have to clarify that Nine of Swords though. I wonder if that has to do with mentalizing the emotional impressions. At times, that process could feel overwhelming. For the person connected to you, they get the Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Fool. They're learning something, or they've grown through something. It looks like they've dealt with a bit of a challenge, but have overcome that and ended up on top. They're very focused on partnership. I'm not sure if that's with you or just partnerships in general. And they seem to be I'm getting a lot of clearing going on for this person. They seem to be figuring out how to set off or set down a new path. In the middle of the connection, the two of you share the energy of the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. This feels like sometimes maybe like you're coming and they're going, or ships passing in the night. I think this is slow and steady energy, but it doesn't feel quite aligned for the two of you quite yet. So this may be somebody who hasn't yet come into your awareness, or somebody that has and you're aware of them, but the pieces aren't quite matching up yet. And there's something about the emotions that are trying to inform you here. Let's see if we can get a little clarity on this. Whoa. All right, Aries, 2 cards flew out for your Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups and the World card. I gotta say, that seems like an ending to a partnership, but here you are with the Ace of Wands. Perhaps, you know, the World card can also represent a new beginning. So maybe you've closed off one way of doing things or one way of being in partnership and opened up to a new way. I'm not sure the way you're opening up to is going toward this person though. To me, this feels like somebody you wouldn't quite be looking at right now. You both have Two of Cups energy. It just, I don't think it's matching up. It doesn't feel like a full match right now. And it also just doesn't feel like you two are going the same direction. So we're going to let that be okay. That's part of life. Not always are we always going to be going the same direction here. You know, you both have love in your hearts and you're both trying to figure it out. Okay, just might not be together. Let's see this Nine of Swords for you. Yeah, right now, what makes you feel the best right now is when you are nurturing and growing friendships and more so the community relationship kind of vibe. You may just be feeling good about being single right now or about taking a break from partnership or dating. To those of you who are, this would be a time where just being social with other people and being able to nurture putting yourself in these circumstances that are with like-minded, like-hearted people that make you feel good. I think there's some expectation stress that you're holding on to there with that 9 of Swords that stresses you out a little. Like some of you may have pressure or have had pressure from family members to partner up, or you just feel the pressure from society. You feel like, oh, I gotta go do that. But what feels better to you right now and how you might think about it is what are the social situations that I feel the most comfortable in, that I can nurture, coming together in friendship, going to a yoga class, going to, cardio workout with a friend or something like that, like where you feel healthy about it, you feel like it's momentum forward and it kind of takes the pressure off, quote unquote, dating or partnering up. Maybe it's more than one person that you hang out with or a small group of people that feels good to you. Go with that because it seems to be helping you to be present in these social community situations. Now for the 4 of Wands, you get the Ace of Cups and the Sun. So Blaze just kicked his little bed on the floor and now you're laying on it. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit of a high jump for him up here. So for your 4 of Wands, the Ace of Cups and the Sun tells me that you haven't given up on love. You haven't given up completely. You are open to the right situation that feels balanced. It is very important for you not to feel drained or wiped out. I think some of the emotional patterns you may have been in a previous relationship might have made you feel that way. So you seem to be prioritizing keeping the cup full for yourself and making sure that anyone that comes into your inner circle makes your cup feel full as well. So you're not really showing me a good tolerance for vampiristic kind of energies that don't feel balanced. And that has been a theme. The air signs also had quite a bit of theme with that, where there needed to be more of an equal give and take. If you're being generous and they're receiving, then another time they should be generous and you receive, just because that's natural law. That's because how healthy relationships wax and wane, It doesn't mean we always have to be in one mode or another, but over time there needs to be that balance there. And I think it's something that's eluded you and your thoughts are on this. Let's look at the 7 of Wands here for this other person. The Judgment card and the 2 of Swords. This person may be having a hard time forgiving themselves, perhaps forgiving you for something they perceive they need to forgive you for. We all make mistakes, so maybe you rejected them and they are confused by that, but at the same time, they're learning and they're going to end up okay here. I do think there's some messages coming for them from their greater being, from the cosmos. There's this higher calling that they have. I'm not sure they're listening to that yet. And that may be, perhaps why y'all don't quite line up, because it's not the kind of energy of a person who's ready for a new beginning. You are showing me those new energies if the other energy is in alignment with it. And this person doesn't seem like they're ready or in alignment with that quite yet. And that's okay. They're just on their path. They're at where they're at. Let's look at this 2 of Cups. The 8 of Pentacles and the Strength card. Their focus right now might be more on the workspace, work partnerships, business developments. They seem quite gregarious to me, like they have an image to uphold and they're out there maintaining that image. I do think this takes a lot of their energy, and their ability to meet someone face to face on the same level right now may not be there. This could be from the kind of work they do. Maybe they're in a leadership position or a management position, and there's just those boundaries there. They seem to be buried in their work or have their head down in their work right now. That could be another reason. This could be somebody who's a bit of a workaholic, and they're not picking up on what's going on around them, or it's just not a priority for them right now. Let's look at this Fool card for them. Oh my. You can't get more curious than this. The Fool is clarified by the Fool and the Page of Wands. This is a lot of curiosity that's there for them, but they're not like answering the call. They're not taking the step. I think this is going to get really loud for them though, and they're going to have to pay attention to it. Because with these other energies, they seem blocked and confused and like they're putting their head down or they're burying their head in the sand. That's what this person's energy feels like to me. But the universe is saying, we've got double Fool energies. We need you here. We need you to take the step. We need you to get curious about something new. For some of these people you might be aware of here or connected to, or, you're kind of like ships in the night. You're wondering about this person. I think they might be going through a bit of an identity crisis as well. They may be really trying to get in alignment with their true identity and struggling with that. And so they just kind of go to their defaults of what they know works for them, which is burying their head in their work. Let's look at this Nine of Pentacles in the middle here. You bring in the Page of Cups, but the cup is going toward your energy. They bring in the Hanged Man. Yeah, this person is at a place where they are needing to gain a lot more insight before we can even look at the playing field of you two together. Okay, so you have love to give. You're coming from your heart. You're open to that. They, at this time, are not. So right now, the most important thing you can do, and I think you're picking up on this. Now, you may have had encounters with this person and this person makes you feel a certain way, right? Maybe feel a bit rejected or something like that. Try not to take that personal. This person's just at a much different phase. There's a lot of confusion. They're ignoring what they're being called to, which you can only do for so long. And they need that time to work that out. So I'm not saying no to this connection altogether, but I'm definitely not seeing it right now. And the most important thing you can do is love and nurture yourself. And then those more friendship and community, like-minded, like-hearted kind of relationships that I saw that was important to you to nurture, that should be your focus now. Yeah. You're still holding this ideal and this what you value about partnership, but you're also ending cycles with some of the energies that wouldn't be the best for you. Let's put it that way. So this is a time of change and movement and refocusing priorities. For the Six of Swords in the connecting energies, you get the Emperor and they get the Lovers. Very interesting. So where they could be a Gemini, where they come forward in partnership, you're kind of like, well, no, it's me. There's a timing thing here. This could be a timing thing for y'all. It's like when they've crossed your path, or when you've crossed their path and been ready, they're not ready, and then they've crossed your path and they're ready, but you're not ready. Or you're just valuing your independence or valuing what you've built and the stability that you have, or valuing your time and energy such that you need to take things slow. You need to let this just work itself out. There seems to be a slowness, but also a strategy here that maybe the universe is gonna kind of come in and help y'all with this. I do kind of sense that it's just like, two ships in the night, just kind of passing and not really lining up. And that's okay. It could just be a timing thing. Let's get you a closing card from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle to close off your reading today. Very interesting, Aries. You got the number 43 and it says She of the Lotus. And 43, 4 plus 3 is 7. Your beginning card was a 7, mentalizing emotional impressions. And then you've got She of the Lotus. Now, in my vibes here when I'm tuning into this She of the Lotus, I get the sense of grace. So not necessarily that you're a she, you may be a he, but this is about grace unfolding for you and grace unfolding for this other person and grace unfolding in the situation. Now, grace and the energy of grace, it exists outside of time. It's a timeless energy. So what might help you right now is as you're working with this and wondering, two ships passing in the night. For some of you, you may not have even physically encountered this person yet. You're just sensing the energy, but the timing isn't right. So in the meantime, what you can do is really work with grace. And when I say grace, okay, outside of the religious structures, how does that make you feel? When I say grace, what kind of vibe does that have? To me, grace is the lotus unfolding and opening. And grace has this cycle of like the lotus flower blossoming and blossoming one upon the other. When I meditated long ago on the energy of grace, I got this lotus flower impression of just opening and opening and opening. But the lotus must be hydrated. The lotus must be in alignment. The lotus must have the right conditions. And that's what I get that is happening with this relationship. The energies need to move in such a way that the conditions are better for some sort of partnership here. But there's lots to do in the meantime, and you're certainly both living life. So enjoy it and just enjoy working with the energy of grace and really thinking about how that makes you feel. Aries, thank you so much for joining this reading today. I look forward to seeing you next time.